Excuse me. We interrupt this regularly scheduled programming to have a Black Excellence moment. Tracy Ellis Ross. The only shampoo that I would shampoo my hair with to go to Michael B. Jordan's birthday.
Michael B. Jordan's birthday. There he is, Diddy, on tape, admitting one of the names who was on the list. But today we have a huge update as Kamala Harris is confirmed to be on the Diddy list, as well as multiple other high-profile celebrities, Mike Myers, Michelle Williams, one of them and the other, both in a very big way playing a role in this case as they're selecting jurors and asking them about these people. We are getting confirmation. We also have a list, finally, for the first time, that is being confirmed. These people are about to go to prison. Kamala Harris is done. It is over. Her political ambitions and career at this point, because of her affiliation and relation to Diddy, that's probably why she wanted to become president so badly. She wanted to protect herself from this. But at last, we are in a place where we're going to be able to finally have justice. So many women, so many girls who are trafficked, boys, men as well. Justice is finally almost here, as the Diddy list is just the tip of the iceberg. And we need the Trump administration full force ahead, arresting people. And not just that, but these people need to be charged with the most heinous crimes that they have committed. No one is allowed to get free. Doesn't matter how much money you have. Doesn't matter what your background is. If you're involved in this, you need consequences. The judge in this case, Aaron Submarine, which is what I call him. His real name is Submarinian or something like that. He's an Indian immigrant, both of his parents from India, not even American, and he's in charge of one of the most important cases in American history. I find that to be extremely offensive, that we're not even having someone who's representing America at the helm of this, but regardless, he has a very important job to do. Right now, the jurors are being selected. There are 46 people who are being selected out of a much larger pool. Those people are being asked about the names that are on the Diddy list. Do they know them? Do they have any relation? There's the video of him right there. You can see that is him walking in. He's not even taking it seriously. One of the biggest cases in American history. So many victims, American victims for the most part. And there he is walking in wearing a backpack, listening to music like it's just another day of college for this guy. A walking meme. And that does not give me hope. That does not make me feel good about this. He could be a plant. He could have been installed in order to have these charges be railroaded in the opposite direction so nobody gets exposed. Diddy's going to take the fall for it. But that's not even close to the full pie. We need to have every single person involved who orchestrated it, who took advantage of girls, who took advantage of women, all of them need to be held responsible immediately. And if that doesn't happen, then this is a failed case, pure and simple. So his background is he went to law school, he did all the normal stuff, came here, shouldn't have even been a citizen, only was able to take advantage of the unfair birthright laws. So this guy shouldn't even be an American, and yet here he is in charge of this. They're going to go to 12 jurors on Friday. That is what is happening now. The lawyers are in the proceedings. They're picking the jurors. They're going to try to pick people that are going to be favorable to Diddy to the degree that they can. But then the other side also gets to say, and they're going to try to pick people who are against Diddy. So it's going to be interesting to see who the jurors actually are and who gets picked. There is the B-roll that we have, by the way, of Aaron Submarine. Mr. Submarine, and by the way, if he actually does a good job on this, which I have no confidence in, unfortunately, then I will learn how to pronounce his full name, Submarinian or whatever it is, and I will use it. But for now, he's Submarine until he's able to float to the surface and do something good. Okay, Mr. Submarine, you need right now to take this case as seriously as can possibly be. You should be walking into the courtroom, paying attention to the details, not acting like you're going to a college course. You shouldn't even really have any public sphere whatsoever, because if he starts doing a good job on this, they could end up taking his life. So that's the level of seriousness that this needs to be taken with, and the jurors selected are not going to have access to most of the information. They're going to pick them in large part people who don't have a ton of exposure to the media and to these people, unless somehow Diddy's law team is able to do a fantastic job and get a bunch of people who are going to be on his side. Then it's going to be very tough. In this case, he's being charged with multiple very serious crimes. One of the ones that people don't even know about is arson. Diddy is believed to have played a role in setting fires to multiple places in order to A, hide evidence, and B, try to take out the element of surprise when it comes to some of these parties. So there's a lot of very serious stuff in here: kidnapping, extortion, all of these charges. It's going to be very difficult for him to avoid them. And the real thing we're looking at here is how many of the people who participated in the parties are going to be brought in. Having him go to prison is nothing. That is barely the tip of the iceberg of what we need to see from this case. And so as we continue to go through it, we actually have a picture. This is the Diddy list right here, one of the Diddy lists. There's multiple of them, and we're actually getting some cross confirmation between this and what is happening with the Diddy list as a whole. So you can see, if you go through these names, there's a lot of names on there, very high profile celebrities. We already have cross-reference to Kid Cudi, and to Mike Myers, to Michelle Williams, even Kanye West, who I'm actually, and that shows you I'm being unbiased here, because some of the things Kanye West does, I'm a fan of. I like how he pushes boundaries. I like how Kanye West is always willing to say things that are offensive, even if he's going to get in trouble for it. So there's lots of things I really like about Kanye West, and the things I don't like about Kanye West are not enough for me to not mention his name here. He deserves to get mentioned. He was potentially on the list, and so we have to call him out, period. All of these people, Michael B. Jordan may be actually the second biggest name after Kanye West. Everyone knows him from Black Panther and a lot of other work that he's done throughout his career, one of the most famous actors in the world. And he's believed to have participated potentially with underage girls based on the confirmation of the Diddy list. So this is huge stuff. It's way bigger than what we've seen so far with the Epstein list. Pam Bondi has not done a good job whatsoever when it comes to going after the Epstein list, and I think that's a shame, because you can clearly see, based on everything that's happening with the Diddy list, that there's a lot more that can be done. So as the jurors get selected on Friday, it was supposed to be Wednesday, they filed for an extension. They could file for another extension. They're trying to push it out. That's going to be who determines what the sentence is. Is he going to be spending the rest of his life in prison? Most likely. And these jurors will also have some role in determining which evidence is brought forward. How many of the people involved in this case are allowed to be exposed in this? How many people are going to be brought in? How many more trials will we see? And if there's anything less than dozens of trials from all of these people who were involved, then we are being failed as people. We are being failed by the system, and that means they're not truly trying to get the right thing here. Now I want to show you this clip, by the way. So just to understand how involved Diddy is in the political sphere, take a look at this clip of Obama and Diddy diddling. We'll use that as the verb there. Watch this.
It's my birthday party, and we got the first black president in this motherfucker! Y'all know what the fuck we about. Let's go! Let's go! Hands up, come on!
Now, that those people who were at the party, many of the people in the audience, many of the people backstage were being trafficked. We now know that. And there he is, Obama, who's participating in it, having fun at the party. Few people have even seen that clip before, and that shows you the level of integration. They were best friends. Obama and Diddy were best friends behind the scenes, way more than people even realize. Kamala Harris directly involved. It's one of the reasons why she was installed as a candidate, because of the amount of blackmail they have on her, and of course it works out for her too, because then she's not going to go to prison if she's president. So it was a double whammy, trying to protect themselves, trying to stop this Diddy list. That's why they were so desperate to win the last election. However, that's not enough. Now, where it starts to get into the unfortunate territory is that a lot of people in the Trump administration seem to also be on the side of not prosecuting these people, seem to also be on the side of not caring enough to go after them. How is it that Pam Bondi hasn't opened up an investigation to every person that is even remotely associated with the Diddy list? How is it that Pam Bondi isn't right now looking at phone records, looking at records of who Diddy was calling? How are they not taking every single piece of evidence of this and making it one of the main focuses of the administration? That right there makes me very sad, because all of the girls, some of whom are no longer alive because their lives were taken from them, that's what I think people need to understand, is there are little kids who have had their lives taken from them.